Okay, I think we're good. Morning, everybody. We got Peter P. as our guest this morning. Today is the 16th. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Uh, 5/16. I'm here to be right with y'all. All right, let's have Peter P. I think we're good. Let me get TikTok up and going before we call him. Hey, Peter P. Let's boom, baby. All right, we'll get this rolling. Yep, got that going too. All right, Peter P. Let's see. I bet you it's best. All set. Want to please call in. Then we'll try to share screens, but you can probably just set things up for mine. Oops, I don't see my TikTok. Good morning, everybody on YouTube. Good morning, everybody on TikTok. I don't even see anybody. Oh, here's Peter P. though. Pete, is that you, Peter P?
Hello, Kev. How are you?
What's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Just getting things fired up over here. I don't want YouTube. Hey, what's up, Ken Rose? What's up, Ken? Long time no talk to. What's up, Ore? What's up, Peter P? Pete's on thing on YouTube. John C, good morning. Mr. C, good morning. Joe Bigga, good morning. Hey, Pete, why do I say good morning to everybody?
It's because it's a good morning. I mean, you got to welcome everybody in.
Yeah, just being nice.
Make him feel part of the.
Yeah, I've had people complain about that. We should get right to it, Bob. I'm like, really?
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm, and again, I think about that sometimes because like there's a lot of people working, so it's they want to maybe jump on live and get the stuff and get back to work or work/trading. But
I can see that. You know what I say to them? Tough shit. If you don't like it, don't buy the system. I'm not the most compliant guy out there. We're on the phone this morning with Peter P. He's our special guest. Good man. We'll get to his story in just a second. We're going to go ahead and welcome everybody in. John C., Mr. C., good morning, good morning. Hope you're doing good too, sir. Joe Bigga. Kelly McMahon, good morning. She said, Kelly said, good morning, Kev and Peter. Tom Walters, good morning. Golden Cindy, good morning, Golden Cindy. She said good morning to you too, Pete. Jones 808, good morning, Larry Cooper. What's up, Larry? What's up, Brian Claus? What's up, Boost and Jay Parker, Filio, Mr. C, who does gold every morning. Pete, Mr. C said, I skipped the gold 15-minute buy stop this morning. We were just too far away from the 1 hour line. So I waited patient for a sell stop, which came about 2 hours ago. M3, 3-minute sell stop. Nice, Mr. C. See, he knows to wait for the logo to form. All right.
Yeah.
Good morning, Stacy. Good morning, Larry Cooper. Good morning, Larry. Morning, Robert. Good morning, Easton. Good morning, Brexit. And I think that's about it. All right. We're on the phone with Peter P. He goes by Pete, correctly? Correct, Pete?
Pete or my TikTok / Discord is Jack Wagon.
Jack Wagon. Okay. Did you want me to?
But yeah, Pete.
Okay.
Pete's good.
All right. Just want to make sure we're calling the right thing. Good morning, Kev. Good morning, Peter P. Said Brexit. Thanks for being on both Brexit, by the way. Appreciate everybody being on TikTok and YouTube. All right, Pete, before we get started, why don't you tell everybody about yourself and what brought you to the system, what your history of trading was, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so it was interesting because I was listening to Keith talking yesterday, and you were talking back and forth about how much money you'd lost in these different programs and all these people out there. And I was one of those people. I was same thing. I mean, I've been trading for a long time. I'm working as well, but always drawn to the markets of trading and stuff like that. Bought a bunch of different systems and kind of training and spent a lot of money on it, and then went into trading for myself using technical analysis. And I used to spend hours and hours and hours in front of charts, which I do now, but in a different way, marking up like levels and support, resistance, and all of that junk. And I did okay, but then I would make a bunch of money, and then I would lose a bunch of money as well. And then I was giving it a rest for a while because I kind of lost a fair amount of money. And then I'm just scrolling through TikTok one day, and I was like, what's this guy talking about? So I watched a few videos, and then I was watching some of the lives on YouTube. And back then, which was like a year and a half ago or so, it was like March time. You were actually using MP4, and you were back then. You were not saying where you were putting the lines, but you could see that your trades, and you were calling it out up front. I was like, okay, this is crazy. I'm not this, and you were doing it so many times. I was like, I got to look more into this. So that's what led me to the system, getting the system, just to kind of try it out for myself, because I was like, okay, I've tried so many different things, but this, I got to pick this one apart. And my first week was ridiculous. I made so much money the first week, and then I got in my own head, and I think a lot of people do. They get in their own head, try and look at things differently, and try and they're trying different things rather than just sticking with those base rules. And that was really, I kind of wandered around a little bit with my own, getting in my own head on things. And I think the biggest thing for me was going back to the rules, shutting all of the rest of the stuff out, and just coming down to a very specific set of rules that worked for me. And then since then, it's been really good. The only times I ever lose is when I let external influence take my eye off the ball.
Which happens, which is easy to do. Okay. So you like the fact when you first saw me that I was live trading and calling out trades live? What brought you to convince you to semi-listen to what I was saying, in other words?
I think it was the claims you were making, and it was like, hey, everything's good, every trade, and I was like, okay, nobody can do that. And then, but then it kind of drew me in because it was very different.
I actually said I won every trade. I never say that. I'm shocked at that.
Well, but I mean, it was, everybody says, you know what I mean, all these programs, but then not only were you saying where the price action was going, you were actually showing a trade.
Okay. I was telling you. Yep.
And it would do that. And it's like, okay, this guy can, and I know it came up, you were like some time traveling alien, or you had a crystal ball, or all of that stuff. But that, yeah, I mean, it was that really, and then I guess just the very specific indicators on the chart that you got, and you were not talking about anything that anybody else was talking about.
By anything anyone else is talking about, you're talking about the bullshit old way of trading that doesn't work. For
Right.
instance,
Yeah.
what volume, VWAP, look to the left, ascending, descending wedges. You know, because people are shocked that I know what that is, but I mean, they actually said, "Well, you know what trend line trading is?" Yeah, what the fuck? I've been trading for fucking 10 years.
Right.
Yeah, I know what it is. But
and I think when you used to talk about Fibonacci and well, you still do, but the whole nature thing, and it just, you were blasting everything that was like that I based everything on for years, and so many other people do and still do. I mean, I watch some of this stuff now, and it's still it's crazy. And I go back to some of the program. I have gone kind of just to kind of peek in the window of some of the people that I did learn from, like do courses with, and it's so funny. They're just doing the same stuff and hyping.
So when I say that 1% of retail traders are profitable, it's actually less than 1%. I believe it's less than 0.5% of retail traders are profitable, but Google says it's less than 1% of the retail traders. The average trader like me and you are profitable. Does that ring true to you, or was that like? Because I love that quote. I use it all the time. I love that.
100%. I mean, it's when you start digging into, like I said, these other people and the courses and the training, and you get close enough to it, it's almost, even they are having losses, but they're spinning it, so it's like all kind of hype and they know what they're doing, but it's interesting when you scratch the surface on, when you get close to some of those things, they're all nobody knows, not like this system. It's crazy.
So we're on the phone or live. Technically, we got to get this where we can do video chat, but whatever. We're on the phone with Peter P., one of our Safety Trade members. How long you been with us, Pete?
March of last year. I
so
think
over a year.
March, April. Yeah.
So, well, either way, yeah, definitely over a year. Had his ups and downs. Let's get some people's attention here. What's your best month using the system that's ever been for you? Best month.
Okay, I was between jobs. I actually was dumb enough to take a job after I'd already figured this thing out. So this was August of last year. And I actually moved across the country as well at the same time. And my August last year, it was like 49,000 something.
So
like
$49,000 made. Profit.
Yeah.
After losses, after wins, end of the
fees,
month.
after everything was.
So a little tad bit over 49,000. So this is why Pete's on. He's been 49,000 would be most people's annual salary, right? For a single person, 50 something in a year in America. He did that in a month.
Yeah, I mean, I just, and that was, I think, the thing that because I took a job to help a company out in Milwaukee and they kind of relocated me up there and all the rest of it. And then I was looking at, and it was a good job and they were paying me a lot of money and the relocation and everything. But then I was looking at what I was making with the system against what this job was paying me, and I'm like, I'm losing money. I'm losing money by being at work. So,
well, didn't it throw off your mojo also?
Oh, 100. Yeah, it did. Because I had that really good month, and then I was trying to continue to do the same thing, but work a day job as well. And initially I was coaching a team, and there was kind of getting into an organization to help them transition from a family-owned business to a high-volume manufacturing organization, and I was trying to do both, and that's what just blew me apart. I was trying to pin on trades, and I wasn't sticking to my rules, and that really threw me off for a while.
Yeah, and it happens, and it happens to a lot of folks. The good news is you didn't quit, and you kept you reached out to me a couple
quite.
times, and I tried to help you, staying on a certain time frame and that type of thing, and doing it. All right. So, anybody has any questions for Peter P? He goes by Pete. Please write them on the screens or email us in so I can see them. Good morning, Jan. Good morning, Rocket. Larry Cooper says, good morning, Pete. Mr. C says, excited by Peter's video last night. Looks freaking awesome. Very, very clever indeed. Well, we'll go over that in just 1 minute. Steve, RDH Hot, says, good morning, Kevin. Steve, good morning, Nathali. Sorry, I slaughtered a lot of people's names. We're on again on the phone. Peter P. Good morning, Mohab. Good morning, Mohammed. Peter P is one of our Safe Trade members. Today it's live. We're talking live. His biggest month profit was last August, 49,000 plus change in 1 month. Thank you, Peter, for taking time to help us. Rapid Power Empowerment. And I am thanking you for being here too, Peter. Appreciate that.
Anytime.
What's up, Harold? All right, so that's the good mornings. We have about 50-50 on TikTok and YouTube. That's cool. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I just wanted to thank everybody for jumping on my YouTube. It's been, I've had so much awesome feedback off of it. And again, if you, anytime, I just do this safety trading. So anytime you got a question or anything like that, if you want to reach me in the Discord or any like video ideas or things you want me to do, I just reach out anytime.
Yep. Pete is super nice. Stepped up, possibly even going to become a little co-host at least once, twice a week, because what we're doing is me and Bree are heading out to St. John, St. Thomas for a week, and I really don't think I'll be doing any lives from the beach. So hopefully Pete can fill in for us and help us out for a couple of days anyways.
You're not gonna drag your screens down to the beach?
Well, I always do. I take them everywhere. Probably just one laptop instead of my 50 inches, 70-inch ones I brought to Vegas with us. I really did too, by the way. Question for Pete. We're always trading the lower time frames. We'll get into all the trading details in a second. But very good, Ore. Good morning, Ore. Good morning, Ray Trader. What kind of risk reward do you use? Yeah, we're going to get into all that in just a minute. AP's asking, what was your biggest loss, your risk reward? So we'll get into all that stuff. And I'm just trying to get them to have a feel for you, Pete, and your background and how you're trading and that kind of past trading was and how that was. We're going to get into exactly what Pete does. Rapid Empowerment. Is this the right place? That's what size demo count was used for the 49,000. Oh, demo. We put it in quotes. I was like, that's not demo, but it has to be demo. True, Rapid. You got me on that one. Yes, we'll go over all that detail. Good morning, Jen Holmes. Good morning, Jay Williams. Good morning, Harold. Yeah, Rapid Empowerment caught me. I was like, this isn't demo money.
So the demo thing, I was, my balance on my cash account was it was demo cash, obviously. It's about 100K.
100K in there.
So I would kind of keep it around that number. So
realistically, that's a 50% return on your demo money then from 100. And by the way, we don't say demo every time. Correct. From now on, hold on, Pete. I'm going to go ahead and do this. So we have enough people here. We've been out long enough. I'm going to pull everything down I have. Let me go through our releases here.
Oh, yeah. I'm not a financial advisor.
Yep. Pete is not a financial advisor. I am not a financial. Bree is not a financial advisor. This is a trademarked system. This is actually a registered trademark system. Trade system issued to me, Class 41, building of generational wealth from the United States of America. That means it's legally enforceable and protected. Not just that, we are also, I see your little typing. We are also a patent pending and NDA protected system. So if you understand that Pete and I are not financial advisors, please type yes right now. Good morning, AP. No, AP. Yeah, I need to see some yeses, then we can go on. Good morning, D-Man. What's up, Matt Parker? Okay, here's some yeses. There we go. I use them all the time. Okay, cash. There you go. All right, so we got some yeses. So now we're free and clear to talk. Understand, everybody, I'm going to put this and keep this up here. Not a financial advisor. Keith wasn't yesterday. Pete isn't today. Bree isn't ever. Anyone that ever is called in is not a financial advisor to this system or to anyone. We're just here having fun, trying to help people make some demo money. All right, now they asked, "What's up, Brexit? Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Bob. What's up, Bob? We're on the phone with." I was going to say Keith. Peter P. Is Pete still using demo to practice before he is confident in the system? AP asked. So we have to now clarify. Go ahead and tell them.
Yeah. So basically, and the videos that I and that's really, I guess I'll make that point, is one of the things that you should do, and because it was huge for me, was get Ice Cream Recorder and go look at your setups, start recording, tell yourself what you're seeing, pause it, let the trade play out, unpause it, talk about where it's going, what it's doing, and then at the end of the trade, you can save that as a video, and then you can go back and you can see real time what you were looking at, and then you can understand whether you were right or not. Gee, that for me was absolutely huge.
I love that, Pete, and it seems like that might be in one of our rules.
And like I said, and then I was like, hey, I could publish this too. So that's really a lot of the trades that I do. It's really me just talking myself through my own trade.
So rule number 10, want to increase your learning from months to weeks, record every session. I strongly recommend the Ice Cream Recorder for that. Once you record a session, play it back or skim through it, only stopping when a safety trade forms. If you do this 30 times in a night, you'll have learned 30 days of my trading system in one night. Pretty amazing if you think about it. I brought them over to the ice cream. Do you have any financial profit from the ice cream recorder, people? Because I don't.
No, I do not. No, I do not. It's a simple, easy tool to use. I use it for my videos that I post, and it's cool because you can use a pen and you can mark on the chart as you walk through, and like Kevin's got there with the numbers. It's such an easy tool to use. Don't get anything from it, but that is one thing that I think that really helped me, and it just stick to the rules. And then when you go back and you look at it again, it's like, hey, I didn't see that because I didn't look for that, or I didn't follow that rule, or I didn't do this. Amen. And it's really huge.
Okay, awesome. Love that suggestion. Again, on the phone with Peter P. Hopefully soon we'll actually have video of us, like Zoom or some shit where we're side by side. But for now, phone it is. Can you see my screens this morning, by the way, Pete?
Yeah, I've got the YouTube feed on, but with a sound down, so because I'm on the phone.
Cool. So, you might have a little faster video feed on TikTok if you can pull it up to your computer. It doesn't matter because we could take our time, but we're going to start setting up charts and everything the way you want.
Yeah.
Okay. I started reading the rules daily again. It helps. Matt Parker says, "Good morning, Keith Palmer, the great Keith Palmer, the man, the myth, the legend." I named the last video of that. Keith is our coder, master coder, best coder we've ever had. He's the one that makes all the, and I think, Pete, are you enjoying the beta version of the faster time frame? Yeah, Keith, he's really enjoying it.
Oh my God. It is nuts. It's absolutely nuts.
Awesome. So yeah, Keith, he's enjoying it. I'm enjoying it. Of course, I can't get mine to show up on my one computer over here, but my other one I can, just not the one we're using here. So I was like, what the fuck? Anywho, computers are funny, I swear to God. Same thing happened to me, Peter P. I started reading the rules daily again. It helps tremendously. Yes, Matt, the rules is one of the rules is to read the rules every day, multiple times a day if you can. All right. Raider Trader for Pete, we're mostly trading lower time frames. Okay. So Raider Trader wants to go in to how you're trading. So let's go ahead. Yeah. And what are you using for your broker? Are you doing futures? Explain before we set up the charts. explain how you're utilizing the safety trade system currently, including the signal service and, you know, the sniper and all that. And then we'll set up the charts for the people.
So originally I was using MT4, but then mid last year I switched to TradingView. So I have basically what you're seeing on Kev's screen. I have all of the indicators loaded on there. I've got Hydra on there. So I've got the regular system. I have the sniper, the H&H scanner, and then the tier 3. So I've actually got the Hydra indicator loaded on my chart. So that's what I use for my videos, and that's what I use as my demo account, so that I paper trade on that.
Okay. Where do you paper trade through? Who's your broker?
Just it's the paper trading through TradingView. It's just the option.
Oh, okay.
On there. So it's just so the trading panel at the bottom there. That's how you can link brokers, and I think I put a video on my thing, the newbie video that I posted, I think yesterday, about setting things up and setting charts up and stuff. That's how you would, if you click the trading panel and then you go to, you can pick a broker through there. I do not, just me, I don't, So I use the one, if you scroll down a little, the paper trading one there, T7 or whatever. So that's what I use. But you can link other brokers and trade direct on TradingView. My cash account I use on Thinkorswim, which was TD Ameritrade. It's just switched over to Schwab. So I have that separately open on my machine. That's a separate window. So I have basically the same symbol on TradingView as I do on my cash account. I use TradingView for the signal, the charts and where I get in and out of trades, but I will trade it on paper on TradingView and on my cash account.
I'm going to pause you for a second there. You made up a valid point. What is Hydra? He's asking. Thank you, Bob, for speaking up. What we're doing is we're looking at brokers. People always ask me, how do I put a buy stop? There's literally over 30 brokers associated. I think there's a fuck ton more than that, actually, associated with it. I can't teach everybody. I can tell you I met a trader for my sleep how to do it, but it is different for every different broker, but it's very easy to do. These brokers, I was shocked to see over here, Pepperstone's on here. They have an issue with how they calculate their pips, but I do like them. I've had an account with them for a long time, live account. And they're very interesting because they do have the indices too in their MetaTrader 4. They were. I don't know if they're taking American clients. I don't know how they're looking, but that was actually, I'm surprised to see them there. That could be a very good thing for us here in a little bit. IC Markets is huge overseas. Gemini, of course, that's more crypto shit. Interactive Brokers, they sound great.
Binance for crypto on there as well.
Yeah, Tradeovite, absolutely fantastic. My brother uses them for futures. Here's forex.com. Yeah. Oanda we use for our actual going look back history. They have the most. They go back to 1970 on gold. No one else does that. No other broker does that. Forex.com, it's fantastic, but it's a scam. It's American. You can't go more than 50 to 1 on your thing. You can't trade indices. Yeah. So I called them and said, hey, I saw indices. This is a true story, Pete. I called up Forex.com and said, hey, I see indices on here, but yet when I'm in my account, I don't see any indices. Oh, you must be in the foreign one. I go, what do you mean? He goes, in American markets, we don't allow indices to be traded. I went, well, what if I was from like Canada or somewhere, and I was somewhere else? Oh, yeah, you can trade indices. They have indices. They don't allow Americans to trade them.
Yeah, and I've seen that with Binance as well. Binance have got like a inside the US account and then a outside the US account, and they are different. I think it's government legislation that says
it's to keep us down. Don't bullshit around, Pete. Don't be nice. It's 100%. To keep us poor. It's to keep us poor. Why does America allow 50 to 1? Why don't we have 500 to 1 thing? Why are we limited to a day trade pattern where you have to have $25 in your account? You can't trade more than 3 times in a week or whatever to keep us down.
Oh, yeah.
They don't want anyone
It's
making
all-
any money.
It's all rigged.
Well, if the markets weren't rigged, would my system work? If there wasn't repeating patterns, would my system work?
No, because it's you've basically cracked the code on the way the system works.
Yeah, so we're
And
evening the
it's
playing
all rigged.
field. That's what we're doing. We've evened the playing field. Now, Webull, I'm a little embarrassed. But at any rate, so these are just some options. And you don't use any of these through here, or you do, but you just trade them straight?
So I just use that one there, paper trading.
This one up here where it says paper trading.
Yeah, the one very top left.
Yeah, okay.
And that's it. And it's a paper trading account. You can give yourself $1 million. You can give yourself $10. You can set the amount that you trade with. I try and match my paper trading with my cash account, so it's like it's real. It's kind of real for me, and then also real for my videos is I take the same size trades in the paper account for those that I do on my other account. So it calibrates me as well. It's like, hey, if I'm maybe not completely sure of a trade, and I'll take it with paper. It's like, hey, it was right or it was wrong or whatever, but it's paper. So I use that a lot because if I'm not sure of anything, or if I've got any question, or if there's news coming up, I will paper trade it, not cash. So if I'm 100% on a trade, then that's when I'll do cash.
Cool. And as I was talking, you win a piece of $45,000 cash in our paper trading competition.
Yeah,
I saw that. One of those. Just for fun.
I saw that and entered that, and it's crazy. You don't get to do leverage. You don't get to do it's basically,
okay.
And then it's very bad. And then I actually went on and did that. But then looking at the amounts that some people had already got, even like 2 days in, and looking at I was just like, what am I doing? It's just another distraction. So I was like, yeah,
it's just fun. We'll sit back and make our real money. All right, Peter P's on the phone with us. George High says good morning, Peter and Safety Trade family.
George.
Good morning, DC.
Everybody.
DCOG. I just want to keep making sure we keep everybody engaged a little bit, Pete.
Yeah.
All right, so Peter P is a member. His biggest month he ever had was $49,000 last August. He's going to go ahead then, and we're going to go ahead and set up the charts the way he would like them set up. Unfortunately, can you AnyDesk in and do it? I think we were able to do that, weren't we? Yeah.
We were on Zoom when we did it before.
Well, let's try. You have AnyDesk set up on your computer?
Yes, I do. Do you want to?
Yeah. Come on in.
Text me the.
Nope.
number.
I'll put it right up here on the screen. They can't get in unless I let them.
Oh, hang on. Let me.
You see it yet?
Let me just open that.
Good morning, Flight 379. Good morning, buddy. Good morning, Casey McMahon.
1 second.
Good morning, George again, and Matt Parker. We'll be going over everything thoroughly this morning. So if there's any, there we go. Jack Wagon, is that you, my buddy? Yeah, there you are.
That's me.
All right. Hold on one split second there. All right. And if you can swing over to this screen over here. Oh, do you see it already? The one with the red arrow on it?
Yeah.
Okay,
oh, look,
cool.
There's my cursor. I could.
Yeah, there's your little Jack Wagon cursor. How
That's
cute.
me. Look, cool.
Thank you, Peter. I got you, Casey. I knew it was a little misspelled. Gotcha. All right. So here's the charts. Jack's going to go ahead and Jack. Pete's going to go ahead and set up how he trades sets up his charts to do his trading. So you can go ahead and do whatever you need to do. Feel free.
All right. So we need not that one. So I'm going to go. We're going to do create a new layout. So
Everybody watch what he's doing.
And then it's, what's the date?
16th today, 5/16.
16. Before. right. So that gives me a basic chart without any stuff on it, and then go to settings and get rid of. Okay, so where is my? So now I want indicators.
What's wrong?
The indicators, like the regular system, and then the sniper. Can you? Which ones are those?
They. You want the Hydra? Oh, you want the plane. You want plane. Hold on.
Just the core.
I got so much shit here. This is the VS. This is the core.
Yeah.
This is the VS.
Core,
Those
VS detector, and then sniper.
Sniper. Hold on. I was doing something else when you were doing this.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
I just changed the thing, so I put up as our special guest this morning for this month. All right. You want the sniper?
Sniper. Yeah.
I don't remember what current one we're using, but I think it's this one. I don't know if that is the one with the sniper though. Here, try this one
the
too.
Sniper at the bottom. Yeah.
Okay, you might have to clean that all up though. Yeah, you have to take off the volume.
Yeah, no worries. So one of the things I want to do, and you guys as well, is I drop the volume off. So if you come over here to this one, that gets you the
never leave the volume
trade
on.
So we've got two of these on there. Sometimes if you click them a couple times, that's happened to me. I just get rid of one off of there and then get rid of the volume. And right now you can see like the candles are like green and red and they're not showing how they should be. If you click and drag and move that above, because it goes in this order, so you can see there that the candles are how they should be.
Awesome. You can also turn those on and off, but that's freaking awesome. I love how you use that area over there.
Yeah. And then depending on if you've got the H&H scanner or not, it'll be listed on your core. This is just the core, so it doesn't have that H&H display option, but that's fine. I don't right now. I don't need to show that on this setup. So that's the basic setup that I have. I like to clean up the chart. So, and I think I've got a video on my YouTube if you want to go look at. But I don't show, and I'm trying to think in settings because it's status line. The description there, I switched that just to ticker, so it just gives me the ticker because I kind of know what I'm doing. And then I turn a lot of this stuff off so I don't have anything up on my chart. Right, so then what I do is, and I'm gonna see how this looks because I've got a big screen, so I'm just using 8 charts, but I'm gonna do 6 just to see. I might go down from that. Okay, yeah, it might be tough to sit, but I'm going to leave it like this just to see how it sets up. So I will do low, like everybody was talking about, is I'll look at the lower time frames for my setups. So I do a 30-second, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, and then 15 minute and 1 hour.
Okay, I'm going to pause you for a second. Welcome, JTF6. Good mornings and blessings. Welcome, John Francesco. Good morning, Tank Dog. Thank you for the comment, K Rose. Loving the broadcast today. Again, for everyone, those of you just joining, we're on the phone with Peter P. Peter P is one of our members for over a year. His biggest month is $49,000. You guys might want to listen. He's setting up his charts the way he uses the system. He's still following all the rules of the safety trade system. He uses the sniper ungodly amount, and he uses the signal service Hydra ungodly, well, actually, machine gun Hydra ungodly amount. So listen up to what he's teaching you. Good morning, Robel. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. No, exactly. Yeah. So, like I said, there's a lot going on the screen. I'm just gonna maybe.
What would you like me to do? You want me to make it full screen for you?
I didn't want to go full screen because I know you got the list there, and I was.
No, that's okay. We don't need
just
it.
to make
Here.
it a little bigger.
I'm going to do this for you. Pop. Full screen it is.
Okay.
All yours.
Okay, cool. I'll move that down a little. Okay, right. So then what I'm going to do is we're going to go to this one, and then this is where you have all of the tickers and the symbols. So I also want to make sure that
let's set up gold so that you use everything on gold if you would this morning. What you need? You need me to move something for you?
Ones I was just going to look at, because what I need to do is have this, and then if you scroll down, if you don't turn this on, when you change the ticker for this one, it won't change any of the other charts. So you want to, I have the sync in layout, so all of the charts change when I change symbol. So just make sure that gets turned on.
Yes, sir.
So go back to that. So then if we go to, you said we do gold. So, okay.
Yes.
So but basically what is the first thing I'm looking for is, what does a 1 hour show me? So do I have a pink, purple, and blue split on the 1 hour on the sniper? So
sniper is the thing on the bottom of his charts right there. It is blue, pink, and purple. He's talking about the blue and the pink separated, or all three?
Hang on 1 second. I'm trying. Navigation, turn those. So these are the buttons that show up at the bottom there, and apply to all. So okay. So you remember there was like those buttons there. They really get in the way. So so this one right here. So that's another thing as well. If you want to zoom into this, you just double click. It actually goes like a full chart of that indicator itself.
Yes, sir.
So like I said, what I'm looking for is a pink, purple at the bottom, one side, and the blue the other side of the 1 hour.
What would that indicate to you that you're looking for right here?
So what I'm looking for is the trade to be going towards that blue line.
So a buy stop.
So it would be I'd be looking for a buy on a lower time frame.
Okay, perfect.
So that's kind of number one. Then what I'm looking for is, are the snipers all together on the 15-minute, opposite to the 1 hour blue line, which is cool because it actually is right here. So you got the blue line at the top, but then and I'm going to do what Kev does.
There you go.
See, look, I got it. Here, all the snipers are down, and they're opposite to my 1 hour blue line.
Exactly what rules step 1 and step 2 are.
Exactly.
Step 1 is blue line high on the 1 hour. Step 2 is 15-minute blue line low. Perfect.
Yeah. So that's, again, I'm just following the regular rules.
Yes, sir.
So then I know that based on my 1 hour and my 15, I'm going to be able to get into some buys on 3-minute and 5-minute charts, or look for setups on 3-minute, 5 minutes for buys with price moving up because of the pink line moving towards the blue. It's not quite there yet, but that's, again, my process. What I would look for is I would be looking for 3 and 5 minute buy stops, and then looking at the much lower time frames, 30-second, 1 minute, to see the lead into the 3 and 5 minute trades. So what I'm looking for on these trades is price to come down, price to come up, price to come down below the line to form the logo, to then look for taking a move up through that.
Excellent. Is there a way that you have the beta version of the faster one? Is there a way that they can see these trades, possible trades, a little bit easier than just manually looking for them through the signal service, or how did you find that going for you?
So the Hydra has kind of helped me, and Hydra's doing roughly that. I mean, it's giving me a signal saying, hey, you look for this buy because we're going to see some movement upwards or downwards based on the Hydra signals. So it basically has stopped me getting into the wrong side of the trade. So I'll be looking for buys when it's selling and selling when it's buys, and getting caught into trades that this was in the past.
Right.
So, and this is the Hydra signal really, it basically takes half of your error off of the table straight away.
There you go. Yeah.
Looking at the chart going, I'm going to do a 1 minute sell when it's a 1 hour buy.
Yeah.
Or a 3 minute, 5 minute sell into a 1 hour buy. It's like, yeah, you might get a few pips there, but you're playing the wrong side of the move.
Yes, sir.
And that was the big thing for me with Hydra. And then after we talked the other day, and you were kind enough to give me the beta version of the machine gun indicator on the charts,
mm-hmm.
you just put me out of business. It's ridiculous. It's crazy. But I mean, it's like, I know you were talking to Keith yesterday, it's good to know what you're looking at, because you still have to verify trades.
Yeah.
You still have to go, hey, is everything the right way? Because, I need to see these things and still follow your checklist, follow your rules to be able to get into a trade to take that trade. Because, I mean, it's real demo money that you're risking. So,
yep. So let's clarify, because someone asked this earlier, when we're talking about machine gun trades and Hydra trades, the machine gun signal is a pre-signal letting you know to look for an actual Hydra trade. The Hydra trade means it's going to have a lot of calls for you. And did I leave open the other chart? Or did we flip off of that one? Here's one. So what you're looking at here, this right here, for instance, is the Hydra. Hydra 2.0s are infallible. They never miss. It goes down to the 5 minute. What Pete has is the new, well, this is brand new as of yesterday. Pete has the new 2.0, which goes down to the 30-second Hydra 2.0 signals. So what you can do then is line these up. And what Pete's saying is, if you flip it on when you get it, and you can have access to it, tier 3, when you get this, you can turn them on or off. And if you like to play the 3 minutes, turn it on. If you like to play turn it on. If you don't like trading those, then don't. But if you do like trading these faster time frames, it'll go down to 30-second, it'll flip on, let you know there's a possible buy. Well, there will be an actual market order through this, the machine gun, but otherwise it'd be a possible buy. And then you're going to use the flavor, the secret sauce that Pete's teaching you on how he enters those trades. So does that all make sense to everybody? 7s if you're following along with Pete, 9 if you're not. 7s if you're following along with Pete, 9 if you're not. So he's setting up the charts. He's giving you the way he made $49,000 in a month. He's utilizing these signals, the Hydra and the others. 777. That's you, Pete. Oh, very cool.
I had to get my 7s.
There we go. So it looks like people are sticking with you. There you go. Okay, cool. So that's all we're talking about here. Sorry to go back to yours now.
No problem.
There we go. All right. All set.
Do you mind going, or if we take a look at oil?
Sure. For a second? Go right over to oil. Do what you got to do.
Because I don't have the signals loaded onto this one, but the oil that I'm looking at was a beautiful curve over last night into a
which one you want me to flip on? What are we looking for?
The Hydra. So yeah, I think you've got it on there.
Okay.
So basically, the cells that were showing up there, and I think it's maybe not showing all of them.
Yeah, I don't think
But
I have
I think-
everything flipped on. Hold on.
I think the other thing that
Those are-
is,
I don't have the faster one put on here.
is when you see a 5 minute, that 5 minute there, then they'll come up in order. So you'll get the first one that triggers is the smallest time frame.
Also,
And
another
then-
rule, they form in order, correct?
Yes, yeah. So then when you get that first signal, it doesn't mean get in. It means still you still got to go look at your chart. So that's where that first one, then to go to the 5 minute chart, it'll show you that sell stop.
Yep, 100% agree. Can't see my
So
thing.
then
I'll grab it.
when you're looking at that 5 minute sell stop, it'll go do that 5 minute sell stop. But as it moves, it's going to, if it's like it's pulling that, and you used to talk about it, is like it's with the buck as well. It's kind of, in my mind, I have it as like a bow and arrow, and it's like pulling back.
Yep.
So the further back it goes, it'll give you the next time frame. But then when you take that all the way down and you look at the 1 hour, that's when the 1 hour with the pink moving towards the blue, that's when that bow's released and it fires the arrow.
Amen. Yes, sir.
So those things are going to stack up 1, 2, 3, 4 on top of each other. But then when you really have to validate that with your 1 hour chart.
And we see a sell stop. We
To
see the
see.
blue line high.
Right.
I'm sure if we went over
Yeah.
to the 4 hour, the blue line would be low, and it is. This is a
Yeah.
perfect sell stop right there. Then you go down to the 5 minute to verify where you were seeing the trade. Told us to go to the 5 minute. And we see blue line arch. So the sniper's calling it right after that. But the actual, nope, that is a sell stop. My bad. This is a sell stop in here. Hold on.
So you get the green there. It's a broken block because you get that little green arrow,
Yeah. Okay.
and it gives you that sell.
And then, boom, sniper high.
Yeah.
So, okay, cool. Would you like me to go back to
like
the
I
1
said,
hour? Oh,
Yeah.
hold on. Question from Gladex. Question for Peter. So are you looking for the 1 hour, 15-minute buy stop right now on gold? So you look for the smaller time frames to basically form above, forming buys on the left side, for example, 1 minute bounce. Good morning, Blue
So-
Tide Acrylics.
back to my rules. What's the 1 hour blue pink split show? So where are we at? So on gold, we're
Here, we'll go to the 1 hour. 1 hour is high,
1 hour's high.
15-minute
Pink's
low,
low.
and this is low. So yes, he already mentioned
So,
that
yeah.
that was a buy stop.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm looking at buy stop based on the 1 hour. What's my 1 hour doing? And I want to go in the direction of my pink line on my sniper, and I'm going to use my smaller time frames to give me the setups for the buy stops to as long as that 1 hour pink line is moving towards the blue, and I'll take buys on that.
Right.
It's
Which
still
is exactly what the 2.0
Yeah.
trades do. Exactly.
right, exactly. Yep. That's what I said. The things put me out of business because that's exactly what I'm doing, which is the rules anyway.
Yeah. But that's good. That's great. So Peter P again, because Blue Tide Acrylics just joined. Good morning, Jacob. He's the one that makes our cool neon signs for us that you see on TikTok sometimes. Good morning, Mr. C again, Jen, Jay Williams. We're on the phone with Peter P. Peter P is our special guest this morning. His biggest month is 49,000 in a month and change. Last August, he does extremely well with the system, obviously. Trading full time with the system, I might add. He is retired from work, second time, I believe. And
Second time,
and he can trade anywhere in the world that he wants to go. Do you have a little trip coming up? I think you mentioned to me, maybe going over to Asia somewhere.
Yeah.
Do you mind telling the people where you're heading?
Yeah. So basically, I was I retired for a second time because I was stupid enough to get a job. But now I'm back. I moved back to Oklahoma. I got a place here. But yeah, I'm waiting on my passport because my brother lives in China. So I'm going to go visit him. And then my parents are still in the UK. But when I'm out in China, I'm going to go see probably Thailand and Vietnam and go just kind of see Asia, which will be cool.
Now, can you trade from there?
I already checked with my brother, and he has VPNs, and he has I can. He's like, come live with me for a while. So I'm going to see if I can get him to sign up for the system.
Nice. Hi, Peter. Can you go to the oil chart again for the signal? Hi, Peter. Can you go to the oil chart again for the signal? Sure. He wants to see.
Okay.
Let me go back over to oil, and we were zoom in for you.
So it's those, like that sell stop right there.
This one right here. And
yeah,
you can take control again.
Right. So that's on the, and which we're on the 1 hour chart. So it shows up as a 5 minute sell. So then I'm going to go to. Did you have a 5 minute chart?
Oh, we can pop one open if you want.
Or,
sure. We can come over to here. We can go to this one to 5 minutes.
is that the same?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So it gives you on your Hydra 2.0, it gives you this, hey, there's a 5 minute sell stop, go check it out. So then you go over to the 5 minute chart.
Boom.
At that point in time, there it is. It's your red, green
to the blue
red,
line.
red, because it's popped up, and then you're going to trade it to the blue line, and then through as well.
I'm not sure why Robel asked that, but that's
nice
looks direct. The signal is perfect. Your read is perfect. I don't know what he was asking. Maybe you can speak up. Good morning, Erica. Good morning, Mark. We're not really going to go over any Slovenians here right now, Mark. We're talking to Peter P. His time is valuable.
Let's go. Yeah. So it did. So it triggered again. It gave it a sell stop right here. But if you follow in the rules, it wouldn't have engaged. It wouldn't engage. Because
and if you're looking at the rules, you couldn't have that anyways, according to the that chart setup. Look at your sniper. It's not a sell.
So basically, it's showing on the chart as a 5 minute sell, but it doesn't engage based on the rules. And as price moves up, it then gives you a 10 minute.
Right, which does engage. By the way, you'll not see any incorrect two examples ever. So you can't see the 2.0s. It'll never engage the trade. It'll call the trade for you, but you'll never see, for instance, off that 10 minute, a 30-second sell or a 15-second sell. It just won't happen. So none of them will occur.
So this was where the 5 minute was, and as price comes up and comes above the line, again following the rules, because you want to you'd enter if it was a trade, you'd enter as it comes through that line. But that's where the 10 minute shows, and there again it's a sell stop because it's the red,
yep,
green, red. But again, it never fired because it didn't come past that line.
And you would never even see these trades in the first place because the machine gun wouldn't have fired off a sell. You don't see an MN. You don't see a machine gun trade.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think there's any other questions for you. So why don't you just keep on rolling? Someone said, can we go to NAS? Can you show it on NAS, AP asked.
Which one was the one? Was it this one? That one? My setup. Let's go.
Yep.
And then
Robel said, "Thank you, Peter." Good morning,
Okay,
Linda
so-
Brown. Linda, we're on the phone with Peter
no
P.
worries.
Go ahead.
No, yep. So this is NAS. So again, back to my rules or the system rules. Basically, what's my 1 hour doing? So my 1 hour, the pink, purple, blue split is coming up.
Yep.
So I'm gonna be looking for buys. My next one is what's my 15-minute doing? Are all my snipers at the bottom? Again, that's the rules, is my snipers are together opposite my blue line.
Yep.
And then what I'm going to go do is I'm going to go look at smaller time frames, 1, 3, 5 minute buy stops to form, and I'll take those. I'm using 30-second 1 minute to see the trend start to move in that direction.
And right now, it looks
Right-
like they're coming down to form our 15-minute,
yeah.
1 hour buy.
Yeah. So right now we're not at the point where we're at the buy yet,
Right.
but that's what I'll be watching this morning on the 3 indices, because they're all pretty much going to do this more or less the same thing with, and then exactly the H&H scanner, which says, hey, that's you can then, based on what I've just looked at on the charts, you can then look at your H&H for, hey, when's this? It's like an additional, hey, when's this going to go?
So for what we just saw, we can go over to SPX real quick, and let's take a look. We're going to see a sell stop. 15 second, 30-second sell stop to the 30-second blue line of SPX. That includes NAS and US 30. They're all going to go down. They'll see this go down and either touch it or get extremely close to this. And if you don't want to play these sells, go ahead and wait till you engage the 15-minute, 1 hour buys on all 3 indices. You really need to see this drop down for you, though. Okay, AP said thank you. Sorry, I just wanted, if you get a sell in there or a buy, I want to tell everybody so they can make a little money, while we're talking.
And I think that's the other thing that maybe some people struggle with is like, hey, I'm looking for a 15-minute buy or 1 hour buy. The amount of time that takes and what has to happen to get to that buy, because it's like, I hear on the live or whatever, I heard there's a 15-minute buy, I'm going to get in because it's going to go up, and it has to form the buy. So in order to form that buy, prices has to move down to give you that red on the histogram of the green, 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 red, green, green.
Yep, exactly. They expect these all to act like 15 seconds. Where how long can a 1 hour, 4 hour buy stop take?
I've posted them on my videos. I think I had a gold sell, which is a 5-minute sell. It took, I think it was like almost an hour and a half to set up, an hour to set up.
Yeah.
And then it was like an hour and a half it was a 3-hour trade.
Damn.
That I recorded, and I was pausing all the way through, but it was like 3 hours. But it was a 5-minute trade.
So people have to calm their expectations on fast trades.
Yeah.
If you're talking about like I'm in that SPX weekly, daily buy, it takes days, weeks before this trade's going to be complete. Days. It's already been almost 2 weeks. You can't expect to make money in 5 seconds.
I think the piece of it is, and that's the thing with the system is, you see the big trades or the big moves. That's the end of the crest over, and it's been coming for hours.
Yep.
It's being able to recognize that, and then because you're probably already in the sell on a lower time frame to catch the end of that curve over as the bigger move down.
And
but I think the other piece of it is, like, I know everybody's got day jobs and they're not constantly watching for these things, but that's with the signals service and the signals that really
you're right.
A lot of that sitting and staring at charts away.
Yes, sir. Question.
But yeah, I've seen it. Go on.
Well, one of the people AP asked, AP must not have the system. He's asking where to put your stop losses, but it's at the pivot point.
That's a good point. Is the exits on trades, like you know where to get in because there's a line there. How do I know how far it's going to run and all that? That's how invaluable the sniper is, because you can see, like you said before, is on a 1 hour you can play buys all the way from the
we'll go over
from
to
the
it.
pink line at the bottom to go all the way up. So you could really hold a trade and use the sniper.
Pete, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're saying you can hold the trade from the pink here all the way up and play all the 15-second, 30-second, 1 minute, 5 minute buys, which is what the 2.0 catches every time.
Exactly.
So this right here, while it goes up, you can play it all the way. Look at it. It's just as blatant as can be right there. So Pete is correct.
So you're playing that pink move upwards, and you can if you wanted, you could go down to a short time frame and scalp and jump in and out, but take buys all the way up. But why would you do that? Because you're getting hit with fees every trade.
Right, that's true too.
You can just take one. Yeah. You can just take one and hold that to.
By the way, this is a 1 hour, 10-minute buy, Pete, and this is, I think, 6 hours before. What was yesterday, Pete? It was CPI, right?
Yeah.
And everyone, when you were taught, or at least I was taught, were you taught the same way I was? Never play CPI. Get out of the market on NFP. Don't play PPI. Don't play FOMC. Right? That's what I was taught.
Don't trade Friday afternoon.
Yep.
Don't trade Mondays. Don't trade
trap days.
Trap days. Trap days. Yeah.
Was this call correct? This is a 1 hour, 10-minute buy stop. Look at it. 6 hours before PPI. 6 hours. There's another one on SPX.
CPI, just because of my history, and it just, again, I'm still a bit kind of, maybe I won't trade today, but then the calls yesterday, and then again that the indicator that the beta version that you and Keith are working on is just, yesterday's was just stupid.
Look, it's as blatant as can be. So in other words, have you ever seen, you've been with me a year, when I used to do lives a lot, like trade through all the news, trade through the opens.
I remember those days.
Yeah, I'll be back to that hopefully soon, right? But did I ever miss one on a live? Did I ever miss a call on CPI or NFP? You can be truthful, just think back and see.
No, I don't. No.
Did I tell you when it dipped down like this bullshit right here? I would have been screaming yesterday. Down. When this dipped, I would have been screaming, buy, put your buy stop in. Because this is silly. They gave us free money. That wick right there. Exactly.
And I think that's where, and some people, and I've done it too, is with prop accounts and blowing prop accounts. Because you go, it's almost like, it is, because you approach it as gambling until you get the consistency thing in your head. It's like, ooh, it's going to go up. I'm going to shoot. And then it wicks down and it blows your account. That's where position sizing and risk management is key.
Yep. And faith in the system. And rule number 7, where you re-enter the trade when it's the exact same setup. So if we had all 3 of these, blue line high, pink line low on all 3 indices, you knew for a fucking fact it wasn't going down. It had to go up. So when they dipped it, all they did was shoot themselves in the foot and give us another freaking buying opportunity.
You could get,
they're idiots.
Yeah, extra money. Yeah, you can add on the way. Yeah,
they think they're
slick. But again, those moves are lightning fast though as well.
Oh yeah, that's fast and furious,
baby.
It
is kind of terrifying.
30. I bet you that lasted at least. We can go down there. I bet you 1,000,000 to 1 that lasted a few minutes. They were fucking around. Yeah. And definitely a few 30 seconders. Let's go down there and see if
I actually learned another term the other day, a blood wick.
Where
they snap it.
Look at
where they snap it down and then back up.
Look at all those. See that? These are all 30 second, 30 second, 30 second, 30 second. Yeah. So that whole time that was going down, you could have placed your buys and just ate the shit. Oh, look. Pop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Anywho. This is awesome. Are you guys having fun listening to Peter P? Isn't it awesome? Anybody have questions for Pete?
Bob said he's watched that gold sell a few times. Yeah, that is a good video. Because again, it was like 3 hours, and that's really the thing. It's like you got to calibrate yourself on the amount of time you've got. You've got so much more time than you think.
Right, especially on the hour 15 minutes you go down hunting for them on the 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minutes.
Well, like I said, that was a 5 minute trade, and it was 3 hours.
Yep. So when it starts going up on the session, it's starting to go up on the 1 hour pink. So
do the logo and then run out with the sniper to where it needed to be, and I got in and out of the trade. That's the other cool thing is as well as watching that sniper and when those lines get down and you get out of the trade and immediately it goes the other way. It's like so cool.
Let's talk about the sniper for a second. Is it worth $150 a month to you?
Yeah. I mean,
is it worth $1,500 a month to you?
Oh, it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculously cheap for what the sniper gives you. Is crazy.
And then is the sniper? I have people say they always try to figure it out. Oh, that's just a blah blah blah. Well, that's just a thing. It isn't. It's 3 different indicators coded and combined to my orders of operations to talk like Keith, I guess, where I have things set up. It has nothing to do with a CSI, a KPP, a new BB, a CST, a PPR. It has nothing to do with those. So people will try to say, well, I know what the sniper is. No, you fucking don't. Oh, I know what the BOK, the Bach indicator is. You have no fucking clue what that is. These are all just custom-made indicators, and people try to duplicate it. They try to say they don't know shit.
And I think that's another key point. You mentioned it yesterday as well. They're non-repainting, because a lot of these guys, and these signals and service, they'll go back test their. Oh, look, this happened, and oh, look how accurate it is. But those indicators repaint, so they're an average that continue to move.
What is a repainting indicator? A lot of folks don't know what that means.
So basically, it's what happens. It's almost like a moving average, but the tail, the back end of the moving average, which is in the past, can still be affected.
It changes. It It cheats. It's a fucking cheating. I hate repainting indicators. Hate them.
And like I said, that's when I was starting to dig into some of the statistics and stuff behind some of the other programs that I've been in. It's like that's where you can sit. That's where you can get to look behind the curtain and you go, okay, yeah, that's just not right. So, but now with this, and that's I think one of the other big hooks that you got my attention with is very early on was they were non-repainted.
Right.
Because I used to film it. People were peddling.
Yeah, I would film the thing with Ice Cream Recorder, the other indicators when I was learning the thing 3, 4, 5 years in. And I would watch back the playback and I thought, oh, well, there's the buy signal. And then it would go down. I'm like, what the and the signal would go away. I'm like, where the fuck?
Right, exactly.
And I'm like, what?
Yeah.
So I'd watch it back. I'd play it back. I was like, what the? So I'd write him and say, hey, dude, your signal went away. Is there something wrong? I didn't even know what repainting meant. And he goes, oh, no, it adjusts according to the. I was like, oh, my, get the fuck out of here.
And it's funny because there's one system out there that I'm still I don't do anything with them or anything, but it's so funny because they do market replay to show their bot, and I'm like, okay, it's replay and it's repainting, and they've got the whole thing. It's like, okay, it's not. I know what you're trying to say, but it's not real. It's not what it's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. So you can go back, if you have enough memory on your computer in the charts, you can go back 6 months using it. You can go back a year. You can go back to 1970 on gold, and you can go back to 1970 on gold Oyanda with this system, and it will still make the exact same calls. Where the hell's my gold at? It'll still make the exact same calls from 1970 till now. Is there any other system you've ever heard of?
No. Nope.
Look at this. This is the calls automatically generated by the signal service, by the way. Plus, you can do it manually. Like, you can do it manually. This is actually 1970. So it was December of I got to scoot out, I guess, a little bit. It was December of 1970 was the first call at $36 an ounce for gold as a buy. And then look at all the rest of them. I don't know if you can see your screen. Buy. None of this changes. None of this pink or blue changes. None of these greens and red. None of this changes. So either it works on the monthly, and it does. It either works on the weekly, and it does. How was I able to call that Bitcoin call for fucking hundreds?
Oh, I looked at because the whole news, all of the junk in the news about GameStop and all of that. It was so funny because I pulled that chart up and I was like, yeah, there's a signal for it.
Yep.
Before it ran.
It's always there. Always. Here's your Bitcoin monthly. Here's your buy. Everyone knows what that is. Has any knowledge in my system whatsoever. I called that live back here March the 8th, 2023, over a year ago, when it was at 26,000. Called it to go over with a specific number of 70. That gets a little more advanced when you have to know that that'll actually go higher than the previous. This right here, you guys want to hear something funny? This right here that you saw when it first went up and it went up to 69, blah, blah. This is a double top M. Obviously it went down, but all this is the middle of a W. So if I draw this out I don't have my drawing tool. Draw this out for you. This is a middle of a W, meaning Bitcoin's going to go a good bit higher than where it has, and that's why it went over 70. It's going to keep going over that for a while. Now the funny thing is, we called the same thing for Ethereum.
Yeah, yep. I was going to say you're going to talk Ethereum and how that didn't go higher.
Yeah, so it's going to keep doing it. Ethereum will eventually go over its middle. But then the real one that we're waiting on here is XRP. It has to at least go past $1.40 eventually. I personally say it's going to go past whatever this is, $2 something. So so you still have opportunity, in other words. But I get pissed about Bitcoin because there's one person in the Discord. His wife bought it at $26,500 when I told her she was going to sell it at $40. He said no. Kev says it's going to go up over $70. She held it. She owns a full Bitcoin at whatever 70,000, 63,000, whatever. So she owns a whole Bitcoin now. So I'm very happy. But other than that, I didn't hear one other person come out and say, hey, thanks for that call, Kev. You called it hundreds of times. It wasn't just this one day. I read through these charts pretty quick.
I remember it.
Hundreds of times I called out Bitcoin buy, Bitcoin buy, Bitcoin buy. And now I'm not doing it no more. I'm done with fucking Bitcoin. You either listen to me or didn't. I don't give two fucks at this point what you do. So, but anyway, sorry. Anything standing out of the charts today? See, Chris wants us to go over the charts. I think it was Tank Dog or somebody wants to go over the charts. They're like chomping at the bit. You want to go ahead and try to read the charts with me, or did you want to?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go on. You go through. I don't know what your regular. I was going to write this down actually, so I can go through it. So I know what your order of events is. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you start with gold.
Yep. Well, you can do any symbols you want. I try to always hit the same grouping of them.
Yeah. Gold,
the three indices, ERUSD, USHF, GBP, JPY, oil, those groupings. Thanks for help this week.
Gold, I think we looked, what was the 1 hour?
Yeah. Oh, so what I do is I always start from the bottom. Unless something catches my eye and I get real hyper with something, because you know me, I'm ADD. I kind of jump all over the place. So this is going to be gold, 15 second, 30 seconds, something like that, just to get a feel for things. So I just look real quick. Now, how I do this, because people get like stunned. They go, how the fuck is this fucker talking about shit so fast? How does he whip through all these symbols so fast? Okay, so how I'm doing it is simple, especially if I've been T4.
You're just looking at green, 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 red, green, green.
Well, namely the sniper.
The sniper.
So I'm looking for this to pull. So if I already saw it once, saw it done. Now I'm waiting for, so this is a 15 second. Now I'm going to wait for a 30-second buy stop to form. There it is. See, boom, there it is.
Yeah.
So now you have this pulling down. Now it's not a 30-second, 30 minutes. Sorry, hold on, not minutes. Yeah, sorry. Let's go back down again to 15 second. Damn.
So it's the 15 seconds still
forming,
moving down, but it's almost.
So 30, and now we're on the 30
still
seconds,
pulling
still
down.
pulling. So this is what I'm looking at right there. We go to the 1 minute, still pulling down. We go to the 3 minute. We have a sell stop, so now we have to go to the 5. So it's a 3 minute, 5 minute sell stop. I'm assuming to the blue line. Let's see. Yeah. I would play any short term 15 second, 30 second, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute sell stop to the 3 minute blue line, filling in this gap right here. So it's going to close off this, if you can see that right there. See your Bach never broke. See your bow and arrow you were talking about, pulled it back.
Yeah.
Pop. First time's always the best time. Yeah. So yeah, that's a nice short little one, beautiful on gold. 10 minutes.
Could you drop back to that 5 minute again?
Yep.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So you see the curve? It's kind of curving down to move that move.
What are we talking about? Price or?
So the price. What the price is for the curve?
Yeah, the half moon.
Down. It's going half moon at the bottom to start moving back up again for the logo.
Yeah, it can. This is already the M right here. It's going to drop below that middle right here.
Right. Yeah.
That's where it's going to go. Yep, absolutely. And then 10 minute closing 15. Hold on. 15 forming a 15, 30, still coming down. So this right here, this is so important. That 15 minutes flat, sure it is. 30 minutes, not quite where it needs to be. So it's coming down. So it's a 30 minute, 1 hour, 30 minutes. So if this has to be a 30 minute, 1 hour buy stop, it's between this, which people don't even know what that one is, but it's between our channel right here, which is cool. But really on our logo, I mean, it's bouncing. I would like it to go deeper.
It's still got to go.
I'd like this to fill in.
Yeah.
But eventually, if you put your buy stop somewhere up in here, it will fill this gap in right here. This is actually a 30 minute, 1 hour buy on gold official. You can keep in the sells, the 15 second, 30 second, 1 minute, 3 minute sells for a while, but then absolutely lock in profit on those. Let them run because they can deep all the way down into this channel, which is where I prefer it to go, and then put your buy stops in. So it's a 30 minute, 1 hour buy.
Back to what we were talking is the 30 minute, 1 hour buy. It's going to be a while before it gets to moving back up because it's got to do that pull down, like you said, to the blue lines of the lower time frames.
Yep.
And the snipers finish out.
Don't I have people over here? Sorry, I got to go block somebody here. Block account. Someone's not coming on to my lives and pushing any of their bullshit they have. Get the fuck out of here. Someone's saying, I don't even want to talk about it, but anywho, yes. All right, so as we keep reading upward, Pete, let's go to 4 hour, already high, daily, 12 hour buy. It was 12 hour daily, fill in the gap. See that fill in the gap? Perfect.
Yeah.
Weekly, it's to the moon, too high. Monthly, it's so far off the chart on the monthly. It's going to come back down again soon. It's just too far along, too far above its the histogram bar and the buy line right here is just too far away right up here. So gold's going to be eventually coming back down, probably in the next week, maybe 2. You'll see a little bit more up, and that's it.
I was going to say, when you said soon, let's clarify.
Right.
That's
not in
today,
seconds.
or this afternoon. I mean,
All right, so let's go to oil. You want to read oil? I'll start with 15 seconds for you, and then you tell me what you want
to. It's showing a buy stop, but the blue line's still coming down, so it's gonna move down.
So let's go to the 30 seconds.
That's 30 seconds. Gonna form a buy stop, but it's got to come down further.
1 minute.
Pink's got to come down, so again the price has got to move down.
To be our entrances, it can very well turn and go up right now, but to form a little better logo is what he's saying. It's okay. They don't know what this EMA is here, so it's okay. I use this on the higher time frames, so it can go up. It's just that if it goes up, Pete and I wouldn't take that trade. So that's
right. Yeah, because I would be looking at all like other time frames as well,
which we can show too. 3 minute.
3 minutes, a broken box sell, but I'd be looking. What's the 5 minute doing? Sell stop on the 5 minute. Waiting for that pink to come up. Nothing. It's kind of a blue line's coming up, so I'm like, okay, I'm coming up as well, but the pink line's at the top, so it's a sell stop broken bar. 30 minute. It's pink's coming up, blue's going down on nothing.
That's why I always start with hourly. The hourly is so important. Yeah. Is this high and this low? Then we're immediately looking for some sort of buy in here. I see a fill in the gap, and then I come back down. I'll go, what's this throw? Oh, there's a little fill in the gap. Is it low enough? No. Is that still a buy? Yes, it is. Probably better on the 15-minute. There's your buy with the broken block like you called. So there it is.
Yeah, and that's the thing that kind of drives, because you start from the shorter time frames. I gotta, in my head, I gotta see the 1 hour 15 first, and then go down to see.
No, you're right. I just like doing the 15-second, 30
I get it. So. Yeah.
But nope, that's how you should play it by the rules. Forming a 2 hour, forming a
2 hour, 4 hour sell.
2 hour, 4 hour sell with a fill in the gap. Beautiful one. 12 hour, no one usually uses those. I like tagging the blue lines with those. Daily. And this is another great combination, the daily weeklies, if you can see it. See, we don't have the blue line here. There's not enough history to pull it.
Yeah. But with that.
Yeah, so that's not a very good one to read on that one. All right, so we would say what? Like a 15-second, 30-second, 1 minute sell. Forming our 1 hour, 15-minute buys, and then you can drop in on a 4 hour if you want, 4 hour daily sell if they want to. So, and that's a strong one. When it first crosses the line, Pete, on any time period, especially you'll love them on what you're doing with those 30-second, 1 minute ones. When price action goes below the line, then it hooks back up and comes into channel. Let me get zoomed in here for you guys. When price comes below or above, depending on what you're doing, but a sell, and it comes down below the line, then it hooks back up right in here on this channel, like this one again, this one again. Those are perfect sells. So the first time it hooks down below the blue, any time period, doesn't matter if it's a buy, doesn't matter if it's, see, this is going to go up over that. Yeah, it's definitely going to do that today. Let's keep going. Anytime. And then you see the hook come in back up against it. See, this is a little high. I don't like when it goes too above, but it came down, hooked back up right here and came down again. This one's a little bit high for my taste. I don't like it. You'll see the price action come right between there. And whenever it's a buy or a sell, it's just amazing. It's so accurate that way.
Yeah, I mean, that sell right there was jumping off the page.
Yeah, well, this would be the 1 minute, 3 minute, or probably a 1 minute, 5 minute sell on that one. Awesome. All right.
Yeah, because it would have gone higher for that.
I'll start with the hourly for you. Let's go to ERUSD 1 hour, and then we'll go to the 15 minutes.
It's going to pull down, but it's going to be a buy stop.
Now, this is very important, by the way. Look how it called each one. Boop, 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 boop.
But
the first time is the best. The second time is okay. Now we're on the third time.
It's running out of steam.
Yeah, but it can still happen. But people should keep that in mind. Like you were saying earlier, it's a little late now. You're about probably 100 pips short on the entry, but it's still there. So let's compare the 15 minute. And looky there, what do you know?
So you got a
15-minute buy.
Broken bar.
Yep, which would mean whenever there's a broken Bach here, go to the next highest time frame, and it's a non-broken Bach. Yep. And that's another little cute hint. So this is actually a 30-minute, 1 hour buy. It's going to bounce off there and hop off.
There is showing perfectly on the rules. If you go back to the 30-minute.
Yes, sir.
The snipers are pretty much at the bottom.
Yep.
And then you go to the 1 hour, they are opposite the 1 hour blue line, but your pink line's low. So you have your blue pink split, and
this
you
is what you want
together on the 30-minute. That's
Notice
exactly what you want.
Yep. This blue line is the pink line on the 1 hour. They are the same. So this blue line is that pink line. When it's done properly, whether it's 15-second, 1 minute, When it is done, this blue line right here is the pink line right there. Period. Every time it'll be the same. When it's this, whenever these are the wins, it'll look just like that. The blue will be down on the 15-minute or the 30-minute and so on. Now, they could take a trade. They could put the buy stop above the line right here, the EMA. They can bounce it off of this one. Or they can wait for what? For the pink line to start coming up and looking for Pete's 15-second, 30-second, 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute, because it's going to form them on the way up.
And that's where I would go down in time frame. So to that 30-minute or even 15 to go, hey, when am I seeing that change from sells to buys?
Yep.
And it's leading me into the bottom of that curve of the half moon of the logo.
Amen. Amen. Or we can flip on our version 2.0 1 hours and then let them find it for us and then still follow his rules. By the way, you see what shit they did here? They pulled this up to touch that blue line. They just have to. It's like a magnet. They can't stop it.
I have 2 alarms on my phone for 7:30, or it's 8:30 for you.
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's too late. Don't play the market open. If you did, blah, 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 you're an idiot. Don't play it.
Unless you have a system. And
even then, you better be damn good with the system. If there's news. Yeah, I don't have my alarms turned on. And don't play the market open at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time. And it gets the volume on the candles get 5 to 10 times as much as they normally do. And it will jerk up and down just like they did here on a 15-second, 30-second. You can lose. Your stop loss could be tapped out even though you were in a sell or if you're in a buy. It just happens too fast. Be very careful at around 8:20 to about 8:40. Then be extremely careful about 9:25 to 9:35. You don't have to not play it. Just be moving fast. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. So we did ERUSD for them. Oh, I don't think we went higher time frames. ERUSD.
So the 2 hour that pink's going down, pink's coming down on that. So
beautiful to the blue line.
Yeah. Sell stops forming, but not yet. It's going to be a while.
I should turn these off. Might be a little more helpful for me.
Cool.
Now, this is an interesting one. This is a weekly, monthly sell stop to the blue line. I've been calling this for like 8 months because this is a monthly and it still hasn't happened. It's going to. This will flip and it will go down below here. And I guarantee you when they pull this down, they're going to want us to do to a digital currency for the U.S., but we'll see.
That curve overs the half moon's nice there.
Yeah, you can literally see the M right double tap
on
here.
Yep.
So it's going to pull up again, probably somewhere up in here. Then they're just going to, one day they're going to drop that motherfucker hard as a rock. GBB JPY, let's have some fun. Here's your 1 hour.
Okay. Yep.
You want me to go to the 15 minute?
Stop at the pink's high, 15 minute. We've got snipers high on the 15. Yeah, pink already came down, so look for that moving back up.
So I'm going to pull out over here to the 4 hour. Yeah. So this, to me, when I saw this, because it's a buy right here, but this is down here as a sell.
But it's low.
Yeah. So I said this should be a 1 hour, 4 hour buy stop. And see how it pulled. So the blue line's coming down, but this on the higher time frames, you can leave some slack here. If this is a 15-second and this is dipping down, or a 5 minute, this is dipping down, I would never touch it. But this is actually our logo right here on the 4 hour. It's a 1 hour, 4 hour fill in the gap buy stop.
Buy stop.
So they can play any 5 second to 2 hour buy stop you see on GBB JPY until you get the closure here of the histogram bar to the buy line right there.
Because you would be looking at the pink moving up.
Yeah, this will be coming up. These will be coming up. It's already should have been entered, like you said. They should enter at least here. You could have bounced it off of here or there. There is actually a half moon too. I hate when it does one candles. People like my brother used to get suckered into that. But it came down, boom, popped up. There she blows.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Amazon, just buy it. It's the best thing ever. XRP, we already did. Let's look at these then. And the first thing I ever do is this. So if I see something out of place, 2 out of the 3, the sell stop for SPX, or if you don't want to do it, 15-minute, 1-hour buy stops for NAS and US 30. These will fill in. They absolutely will later.
So that's it. And that's a good point on the H&H. If you would just pull that back up again,
yes,
is always look at the times on those signals, because don't always assume because you've got US 30 and NAS below that SPX is going that way. It could be the other way and SPX flipped first.
Correct. Well, the whole rule of thumb with this is
that,
right. When we do this for people, when we're going to have the signal service, it'll have to be green for 5 or 6 hours or whatever. Then the first one to flip on the 32nd will get a signal issued out, or vice versa. So for instance, I'm positive last night they all turned red on the 32nd. Now after that, once they go down to 32nd, 1 minute, whatever they might do, it'll flip and become buys later today. So that's a very good point.
But just because I know, like, it's like, oh, 2 are red and one's green, I'm gonna play SPX down, but it may not always be the case. You've got to make sure that the timing on those signals, and is it SPX is just first above and the other 2 are gonna follow. So again,
that's why you have to let them sit for a while. Correct. They have to be all green. What they do is, for instance, today, they're going to run it up later today. It's all going to be green all day long. Then after 6 o'clock this evening, Eastern Standard Time, sometime between 6 o'clock that night and 9:30 the next morning, they'll flip these to red again. And I guarantee it won't be just the 30 seconds. It'll be the 1 minute. And they're just going to repeat that pattern until they fill all these little suckers into red. Then they'll start flipping them all over to green again. That's just what they do. So it's a beautiful, if you ever film this, I used to film it, you'd see these things go.
Do like a time lapse on it and see it.
And then it comes right back over.
It's like one of those train announcement boards with the ticket things that flip over.
Oh, yeah, that would be cool.
You know what I mean?
It was so pretty. It's just like, wow, that's neat as fuck. And then a higher time frame trade, by the way, we're talking about 4 hours. You'll see it all the time. See, this EMA they don't have, you don't have. I'll give it to you when we get off the phone. But they don't have this EMA. This is a new one. You'll see it skip. It doesn't come all the way down to our channel on 4 hours, dailies, weeklies. You don't need it to. So this will be an upgrade, a free upgrade when we get it pushed out to everybody. You'll see this in there, and then you can just bounce off of this one. So whatever. See, this is used to be called the sideways moving market. Things are going sideways. No, it's not. All it's doing is moving over to touch the EMA, and it shoots up. Moves over, touches the EMA, and moves up. That's all it's doing. It's not consolidation. It is literally moving over to touch and go up. I don't give a shit what anyone tries to tell you. That's all it's doing. Forming our logo.
Yeah, when you see this, it's like there was all of that flap and garbage that I used to listen to, and now just seeing stuff like this, it's like, what was I doing?
Yeah, right. Okay, let's go back to SPX 30-second real quick. There's your 30-second touch. There it went, and it touched it. It went underneath it. This scanner would have showed it for a second that it was red too. So then you should go, oh, okay, that's cool. It did it. Nice. Whoever took that one, nice. Did NAS go? Yep, NAS went down too at the same time.
So
did US 30 go down? A little bit, but yeah. Now, as we get closer to market open, I'm telling you guys, see how they hooked you? Look what they fucking did with that bullshit. They pulled it up. People would have said, oh, this is a buy. Even our people would have been suckered into that. And then, of course, it went down to finish this movement. 30-minute, let me see. Yeah, no. I would, if you're in that trade and you're down a little bit, make sure you put your stop loss where it needs to be, but take it anyways. Fuck these idiots. Buy stop. 1 hour, buy stop. All 3 indices. Play it right above here. Put your buy stop at 39,940.2 on US 30. Buy stop, NAS.
Not a financial advisor.
Sorry?
Not a financial advisor.
No. These are all demo. Remember, we had our release.
It's all demo money anyway.
Yeah. 1865, 18,650, buy stop, NAS. And as it goes down, rule number 9 or something, move it down with it as it goes down. But I don't think you're going to get much more. Well, yeah, we might because the 2 hours isn't there yet. Damn. Yeah, okay. Play it down. Watch it as it comes down. It's going to shoot and come back up again. SPX, same thing. Let me see where's mine now. I might put another one on MT4. But all right. So those are those.
But again, like we said, remember that this is like the 3rd or 4th time. So
yep.
As well.
Yeah, it's just too good right now. This is the second one for I just love this. I'd take this trade. I'm gonna go in my other account and actually pretend real trade. All right. Anybody have any questions for Pete? What's up, Malachi? Good morning.
Clint I have some questions, but
go ahead.
So I have a couple of questions. How do we buy the system, Kev?
How do they buy it?
How do we buy the system, Kev?
Oh yeah. I'm the worst salesperson on earth. I forget to pull this shit up.
I know, it's like,
you don't even show it half the time. I know, I forget. SafeTrade.com, $575 for yearly system.
And that gets you the core, and then it gets the bullshit detector. So it's those.
It'll get you this right here.
Basically
right what you see. Oh, I can't show my box. This is what it gets you. This right here, the green, red one. And then this stuff right up here. It does not include the sniper. The sniper is actually correct.
So then everyone's got to get that and demo trade it for 30 days and get used to the system and trade SPX and figure it out. And then on top of that, they could get the H&H scanner.
They can get the H&H scanner, $50 a month, a totally optional add-on. You don't have to have it. All of these are optional add-ons. The system works flawlessly by itself. The H&H scanner just helps you see things a lot easier. That's all. Yeah.
And then the sniper.
Sniper is $150 a month. That's this thing down
here.
Is that
additional one? Yep.
Yep. $150 a month.
We talked about that. And then the signal services, the tier 1, 2, and 3.
These are over here. Mr. C said, boom, gold, quick sell in the money, exactly as you called. So there you go. Help make people make some money. Discord, tier 1, tier 2 through signals. Tier 1's $150 a month, totally optional add-on. Tier 1 signal is $150 a month for 5 signals. Tier 2 is 10 signals. Tier 3 is unlimited signals, and you get all the and I think Pete loves this part. You get all the everything on your chart for you. So if you want to do the Hydra signals, you have them on your chart. If you want to do the machine gun signals, you'll have them on your chart. So it's actually pretty handy to have those. I'm gonna kill that one.
Yep.
So yep.
And then tier 1 was 150. Tier 2 was how much?
250, and tier 3 is $350 a month.
All right, so we all know how to buy the system. Cool.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm a terrible salesperson. Horrible.
I thought I would twist it because I get that. Some people ask me as well. I'm like, yeah, but I thought we could cover it in there, so it's
cool. Clint Eisenach says Pete's.
Hey, Clint, how's it going? I know Clint. I've known Clint for a while.
Nice.
Clint's a newbie. Clint's just bought the system. He's seen me using it a while ago. I used to work with Clint, and then he's just got the system, and I did his.
Welcome aboard, Clint. Everyone, welcome, Clint.
So I think maybe he's been set up for 3 days, maybe.
Oh, geez. So he hasn't even had his training with me yet, then.
No.
Okay. Nice.
He's seen a lot of the system because he's seen me using it at work when I really shouldn't have been, but I was at work.
Good for you. Screw that shit. I'm glad you were doing it. All right. The one thing I do want to point out, thank you for welcoming him here, Mr. C, is that the Discord rooms where you see these signals that we were just talking about, the $350 a month one, or even the $150 a month one, for the first time in my history, Pete, I'm allowing market orders based off of, market orders alone, but based off the signals. Like we talked about earlier, the pre-signal is the machine gun. The machine gun gives you an early warning pre-signal alert to upcoming signals. And once that same signal is issued again in this one, for instance, what is this, GBP USD, you can take the trade at market order. One of them that would be called out, for instance, would be this one right here. And this would have been a gold buy. And then they could do a market order, which, you know, that's unheard of for my trading side. I always like the pending orders. So just we're all in the same. So in other words, if they're really, really like, if Clint's really unsure of something, tell him just to chill, wait for the signals to come through, then watch the signal. He can do a market order on it, but he can apply all the rules, even your little twist on them, and then say, hey, does this make sense? Is the blue line high? Is the pink line low? Is Bob? And as long as it is, he can take that order. So in other words, it's that extra confirmation for him to be able to do that trade. So
yeah, so he's being like 3 days in, he's just got the base system, so he's not going to have signals or any of that. So he's practicing on my tattoo, actually, red, green, red, and green, red,
perfect,
green.
Which he would see if we go down there, by the way. We go down to that 5 minutes.
Yeah.
He would still see it. It still works.
Yeah.
System works completely autonomously by itself. Here's your buy stop. It called right there.
Oh, yeah.
So this is it. And that's the same thing. So it's green, red. Sniper low, by the way. Bach pulled back in the bow and arrow shot. Boom. And it wouldn't have mattered for him because this is the very first time, which he'll learn when he starts doing the 1 hours, that the hook happened for him.
I think he told me that he upgraded his TradingView so he could get the seconds, so he could do more trades.
Oh, nice.
Which that's good. I mean, you get like you can see those setups and you see those price moves and get in on more trades when you're practicing.
Yeah, absolutely. And practice. I don't care. Like me and Keith, we would use real money and like idiots and lose 26,000 and 30,000. But you got your fighting that. You got some, you know, in the skin in the game, right? So yeah, I would recommend him do demo for ever for 2 or 3 months, and then put some real money.
And that's that other piece is like people are using real money and testing and losing and winning and not reading things right, and you gotta there's always another trade.
Amen.
There's always another trade. You have time. Go to paper, get consistent.
Yep.
Because once you're consistent, if you're above 90%, then you can go make money.
Freaking man. Trading rules for all beginners.
You have plenty of time.
Watch your training video for 4 weeks. Please not ask any questions. Only trade SPX on demo till you get 17 out of 20 trades correct, or until 1 month is finished. All of our successful traders did that, including the 2 that went from homelessness to non-homelessness. Yep.
I'm just going to, actually, Clint, are you at work? What are you doing on this live if you're at work?
Let's not get Clint in trouble. Mr. C welcomes him. Larry Cooper welcomes Clint. Rapid Empowerment welcomes Clint. DPFXRRT says, great show this morning. Thank you, Pete. And John Francisco
Anytime.
Says, hi, Clint. Oh, yeah. I think if you're okay with it, we'll have you on once a week coming forward.
Yeah. This is fun.
And then I think in a couple weeks, we'll probably have you do a whole entire show all by your little lonesome. And then I'll sit back and listen to how you do.
I can give it a shot.
What the worst can happen? You just tell people the wrong thing and lose thousands of dollars. No big deal.
No pressure.
Right?
Demo. Thousands and thousands
there
of demo
go.
dollars.
Demo.
Or maybe make money. I don't know.
Yeah. Or they're going to make a shit ton of money because you'll make the right calls. But it is a little nerve-wracking. People get very, it's interesting because you can make your own calls. I trade, myself. I'm on this, do this, let's do that. But when you're on here and you got like 5 people, 20, 50, 63 people, and 30 over, so you're over 100-something people watching you live, you're like, better not be too flippant. Better make sure we do make sure the exact calls for them and stuff. And then, obviously we have I have an okay track record on making the correct calls on a regular basis. Because unless I misread the chart, the sniper specifically, it's going to go the way it's called. It's not going to go that way.
And I think that it's like, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I think of the system.
Right. Thank God's sake, we have it on 3 times a week. Yep, we can. Welcome, Clint. Thanks for being here, Pete. Great job, says Larry Cooper.
3 times a week.
Welcome.
Hey guys, if I'm on this, I'm not trading, so I got to make money somehow because I'm.
Yeah, right.
I
Is a
don't have
problem.
job.
People don't understand
I don't
that.
have a job.
Yeah, it is very hard. I have several other accounts. I used to, do demo trading for family members on several other accounts, and here I am on with you guys, and I'm trying to control 5, 6, 7, 8 other accounts. It's a bit challenging to trade while you're actually on this live. It is extremely challenging.
100%. I know. Yeah, the distraction, like,
and you can't watch
I've
everything.
got to have one track mind that I've got to be focused.
Amen. Yep. So it is a bit challenging. So no, I think when I go on vacation, we'll have Pete on 2 or 3 times a week for that week. But once a week he'll come on. Maybe we'll try to make it a regular on a certain day so people can be ready for that. I don't know how that'll work with mine and Bree's schedule, but we'll see. And then, of course, Pete's schedule. Of course, Pete's retired. He can do what the fuck he wants. So it is fun, too. It's so nice. I still have to – I raised my family. I had 2 girls, and it's been years now. They're like – my youngest is 25, going to be 26. And it's been years and years and years and years since I had to have the pressure of, like, I own 3 gyms, and I had 50, 60 employees, and we had doctors, and we had chiropractors, and we had physical therapists, and we had massage therapists. So I was always, like, doing something and trying to, whatever. Now I can actually do whatever the fuck I want, whatever I want to do it, and have the money to do anything on earth and go anywhere and do anything. And I can just kind of, like, remember to calm down and not try to, like, I got to get up and I got to do this. Nope, I really don't.
Yes, yeah.
I can do whatever the fuck.
It takes a little bit to get used to, but it's
it is. It's just different.
But
it's
then
a different life.
I think I just feel so much better, like happier, helping people and kind of using the system and just
And we don't have to have brick and mortar stores. I had 3 24-hour gyms. Releases and rents and utilities and insurance and blah, blah, blah. And this toilet breaking down, that toilet breaking down, nonstop. So but this way we're online, get to help people. We don't have any of the fucking overhead costs like we do on the other. It's just amazing. Can he come on at night, says Tank Dog. Sure.
What time at night?
Right. Well, you're 3 hours behind me. What's your time zone? 2 hours?
I'm central time. I'm in Oklahoma. But I trade, and I'll just sleep when I want and trade when I want. So I like actually the overnight hours sometimes to go through like London Open and that. So I'm usually kind of up and trading then.
Slower. So
it just seems smoother. Yeah, you still have the moves, but it's just you don't get the crazy spikes.
Yeah, if I had my Carothers of what time to trade, it would be 8. Well, I would trade from 6 a.m. If I traded, just whatever. But 6 a.m. to about 11 would be my times. I like the volume. I do like the volatility, but I know exactly what you're saying about the other. But I do like when it moves so I can get – so normally I don't hold a trade for 2 weeks or 2 months like I'm going to be doing with this SPX. I get in and out, make my money in, 5, 10, 20, 30 minutes on a big trade and just get out and be done with the market. That's my opinion.
I think for me, I always used to, and just the best results was from like 3 or 4 a.m. to like 7:30 ish.
London session and open. You can
I
make all your money before market open.
Yeah, I was done before open, and I didn't have to deal with any of the garbage.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
You asked me how long. What got you into trading? How long have you been trading?
Well, I've said this many, many times. Thank you for asking. I've been trading, 10 years, 10 plus years, I guess, because I think it was this past January is my 10-year mark. Wow. Anyway, I say 9, but I think it's closer to 10. Anyway, and what got me into it was my youngest daughter has epilepsy.
Okay.
She got bullied at school from seizures. She shaped some chips over her head, and she had to be homeschooled. So I had the gyms at the time, so I was able to homeschool her for a year in 6th grade. And then as we kept going and going, I realized when she's on Lamictal, she can't sleep at night. And it has a very hard time falling asleep because the seizures used to come at night a lot of the times, the grand mals or the whatever they call them these days.
Yeah.
And they used to fuck with her horribly. So she's like traumatized to go to sleep. So when she eventually does, it's from pure exhaustion. And it's usually around 5 or 6 in the morning. So because my youngest daughter had those seizures, she couldn't sleep at night. She couldn't hold a normal job. She still did as she went to college, by the way, and still worked. But it was very hard on her. And I didn't want her to work with third shift. Nothing wrong with third shift work. It's not very healthy for you. And I don't want her to do that as a living. So I thought, well, what could I do? So I had the gyms, and the gyms were just tidying it up, and we're closing them up and, whatever. So I thought, well, the gyms aren't going to be the answer long term because they're too fickle. People are just lazy. They don't want to do shit. It's just a nightmare trying to help people lose weight. It's just not worth it. So I thought, okay, well, what can I do that can be done any time of the day?
Anytime.
Well, it might be some trading involved with that. And then, so I looked into it and I said, well, this probably isn't too bad. I said, maybe I can learn this shit, in a month or two and figure it out. Because I pride myself at being pretty okay, intelligent wise, and pretty determined to do things. Well, as it was, it kicked my ass, and I was like, what the fuck? So I said, nah, this isn't for me. I'm going to go back out of that. And I go, well, she really needs this. And some guys at my gyms were doing it. They were making like pennies, and they were trying to trade off their phone. And I go, well, I know I'm not trading off my phone no more. So I said, fuck this shit. So I got my computers all set up, bought all the shit, went into MetaTrader 4. There's this group I went into, Pip Society, I think it was. Oh my God. And then a couple other, I shouldn't say that, should I? Well, anyway, but they're nice folks. So, but then there's a couple other ones what's that one they do? It's an MLM. They get everybody when they first start trading. Oh, fuck. I forgot what it was. Anyway, I went into that one, some kind of academy or something. I forgot what they called themselves. Anyway, I went into that one, and sure enough, I was like, this is fucking nuts. Why are these people all wrong? Why am I wrong? Why am I placing trade wrong? So I got discouraged a whole bunch of times, kept using real money, kept getting discouraged a year, 2 years, literally tried fib retracements for a year and a half, ERUSD, gold, and NAS. I kept trying. I'm going to make this fucking Fibonacci retracement work. I don't give a fuck what happens. I don't get that. And yet I did everything here, and it wouldn't work. I was like, God dang, fuck. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go this one. And I talked to some lady. She literally had her charts so fucking, she had like support and resistance lines every millimeter of the thing. My whole chart. I was like, well, the hell am I know if I'm supposed to get in or not? What the fuck? She's like, well, and I paid like $2,000 to learn from her. I was like, now you got to do better than this. And she goes, well, this is the monthly, this is the weekly. I'm sorry?
That sounds exactly like what I did with somebody. It was a lady as well, and I had so many lines on my chart. You could
what the
boxes.
fuck? Everything was a
what the price
support.
was doing.
Everything was a resistance. Everything was where I was like, well, fuck this shit. So then I eventually fucked all that, went back to raw chart. I started to trade, and it broke clocks right like twice a day, the whole joke. Well, I started to make one trade out of 100 to be correct. And I said, hey, well, I got to be able to see this. I know my youngest daughter needs to be able to see this too. So I got to catch something that sees it. So I tried you want to talk about indicators? I bet you I paid for 500 of them. And I bet you I got another 1,000 free ones. I tried every indicator known to man, paid for them. Hell, I started to create them. I started saying, so the only thing that got me through it is because eventually I started saying, hey, there's this movement right here. And it was just, it was on my cells. I got the cells down first. I said, look, how do I see this? How do I show it? And I started creating the other indicator. I started showing the bullshit detector. Then I got the real direction bars. And then so I started putting it together, and I had to keep going because my daughter had to have this way of making a living. And it just had to do it. I said, there's just no way. I can't give up on it. So then as I created this indicator, created that indicator so I could see it. If you ever go back to my first TikTok videos, it'll show the way it used to be, which is really raw looking, for everyone on TikTok, they couldn't understand what I was doing. I was like, well, this is easy to me to see, but they still couldn't see it. So I was like, well, fuck it. Let me make it even easier. Let me color code it. Let me make it greens and reds, and let me make it so it's like idiot proof, to be quite frank about it. And then that one was my original, and everyone thinks the current one is the original. It's not. The original one was no Bach, no bullshit detector on the bottom, just a 3-step thing on the top. But anyway, so then they didn't get it. So I said, oh, fuck it. So I had to keep going. I made it so the bullshit detector was there, and the whole 3 real direction bars were all there. Everything was all lined up. I put the things in there, and that's what you guys currently see today. And then then, as that went on, I said, well, I don't know if when she's very, very good. Bree's probably I'm Bree. Basil, my youngest daughter, she's very, very good trader. But even I said, well, man, if I can make this easier for her to see, and then I put out the sniper. And then that was an extremely important thing for her. So that was very easy for her to see. And then I thought, well, I'll do the signals. But at first I said, I'm not going to give the signals unlimited. I was going to limit people in there because I thought they were only going to trade the signals. And I wanted people to learn how to trade. So I thought, well, if I can make the signals to be signal to signal for her and for everybody, they don't even have to make fucking decisions anymore. They just have to validate the trade. They just have to say, hey, is this a buy stop right there or isn't it? And that's how I kept going until we get these. And then we're going to eventually go into the Holy Grail trade, which is the opposite pairs, one Keith was talking about yesterday. And when those come out, that's going to be a different way, but I'm not going to get into that with you guys too much. But there is a probably about 3 years from now, there'll be an EA based on this. That just won't miss. And that's about 3 to 5 years in development. But my family will be using that as beta testers soon. So that'll be the epitome of what I've done will be the epitome, what do you call that? The peak of what I've done will be when that Holy Grail trade comes out. And then that'll be what I consider 100% non-missing trade. So that's the evolution. I went from having to do it for my daughter, been in it for 10 years, kept at it because of my youngest daughter, kept improving it for all of you and for her to be able to trade easily and efficiently. And that's where we're at right now. So when you hear me say that Holy Grail trade, it'll be crazy.
That's awesome. And it's been so cool because, again, just over a year going through this, I remember when I first joined, there was no sniper, there were no signals, there was no H&H even back then. I remember when I first got in, it was just the red, green, red, and buys and sells. And even back then, it was, like I said, my first week, I just knocked it out of the park. I was like, this is insane.
I kind of thought it was idiot proof back then, but people kept proving me wrong. I really genuinely want every one of the people, because what pisses me off beyond comprehension, in case you want to know some other motivation besides helping my daughter, was fuck BlackRock and fuck Vanguard. Those motherfuckers took my money for fucking 5 years, $26,000. They can go fuck themselves. So what I did was I said, I'm going to get everybody to make money. But I found out real quick, it's like a 30 you still lose, a 30 you break even, a 30 you're making money. I'm like, fuck, the system is too good for 2/3 of you not to make money with it. It's crazy to me. That's why I kept trying to improve it. But BlackRock and Vanguard made a huge mistake. I think, and intentionally, they teach us support and resistance, supply, volume, VWAP, look to the left, naming of candle and candle patterns, blah, blah. They teach us the wrong way to trade, because how else can you explain 99% of us retail? You're not stupid. You're not a moron. Tank Dog isn't an idiot. John C. is an idiot. Joe Biggie is an idiot. None of us are dumb, but yet every one of us taught the same way, and every one of us lost trading that way. They teach us the wrong way. And I'll go to my grave saying, I say, those fuckers taught us the wrong way. Fuck them. I'm going to teach everybody the right way how to trade, the easiest way how to trade. And that's what also motivates me, because those fuckers piss me. I hate losing. I can't believe you would have fucking made more. I would have made more trades if I just said you buy or sell randomly than trying to follow fucking Fibonacci. I would have made more money randomly than trying to look for evening star and morning stars. I would have made more money randomly doing volume and VWAP. I could have just said, hey, this is going to be, I buy. I'll be right 50% of the time, 40% of the time. I'll make the correct call. By trying to do their rules that they taught us the wrong way to trade. Fuck them. So
I know
there you go.
There's so much misinformation out there. And I think somebody, like the media as well, I think somebody did the opposing trades to that Kramer guy, and they made
don't even get me on
actually
Kramer.
A study done it. They took the opposite of his trades and made insane amounts of money. And it's all like, okay, what's the junk you're listening to?
No, that pissed me off. They're over there. Build that army of traders. Yeah, we're trying. The greed 100% says rapid improvement. Preach. Fuck those suits says boost. Your masterpiece says rapid empowerment. Shash says thank God. Shash Barty, this one of the guys on here. Good morning, Shash. He comes on. He sends money and he's giving me gifts through YouTube and all that, but he's never bought the system. And all he does is listen to my call outs, my signals, and he makes money every fucking day. He's made so much money. I forgot I think he's made a lot of money. I don't want to say anything on the air, but he sent me some emails about what he made. He does really good, and he doesn't even have the system, which is fine. I don't care. So, but yeah, fuck that. There is definite motivation for every one of you to make money. When I say that I may not be able to help each and every one of you, but I desperately want to. I desperately want to help each and every one of you make money. I don't.
Yeah.
Why would I be on here? I don't have, like, I think you had mentioned earlier, Pete, that I don't have to be here. I see that my picture on the screen right here. Me and Bree could be trading from fucking anywhere in the world, any time of the day, anywhere we want to go, any time. I don't need to be here. I'm trying to help you all make money. I understand trading's hard. It's like a different language. I understand that it's tricky. Even when there's a fucking signal telling you when to fucking take the trade now, some of you still can't even follow that signal. But whatever. It isn't because I'm not trying to help you. I'm desperately trying to help you. I don't know how else to put it.
Yeah, and I think for me as well, and the things that I've liked, the things you go through in life give you experience, and you can go help others. And I think for me, the biggest thing that I've ever found like fulfillment in is helping other people, you know, be the best they can be, or even more than they think they can. And it's just like a kind of a God-given drive for me that I want to go, you know, help people. So
our 3 rules: always
it's
thank
awesome.
God, always do good with your profits. By doing good with your profits, you're trying to help other people. When Pete is out here talking to you all, he's helping hundreds, if not thousands of you right now, because there'll be a few thousand rewatch everything on the YouTubes and all that. So you just, when it says do good with the profits, it doesn't mean just buy yourself a fucking Lamborghini. It means maybe buy your niece or nephew that's struggling. They're just starting out and get them a brand new Toyota, you know, Corolla or something. Help them out. Maybe get the homeless person something. Maybe do something nice for people that can't even pay you back. I always start with family, though. I do family first and work my way out. But I mean, that's a lot. So when Pete's trying to help you guys, he doesn't be on this fucking phone call for 2 hours. He can be fucking home asleep. He made $40,000, $49,000 in a month. You don't, in other words, when it says do good with your profits, it means do good and help other people along the way. You can, there's no reason each and every one of you can't train 10 people with the system. You only have to buy one system, hook it up, show them it, and you can train 10 people. You'll learn yourself how to master it, by the way, by doing that. And you'd help them make money. So you're helping yourself and you're going to help other people make money. Are you kidding me? People are struggling. They want side fucking hustles of driving an Uber, no offense, or going and doing Amazon drops. Fuck, what the fuck? You can make what? One of our Stevie's wife, she made $30,000 her first month trading, and she did it without making one mistake the first 21 days on her trading. She was correcting Stevie. It's in the Discord. She has her story up there. She corrected her husband on trading, and it was her first day after trading with me. She did her first trade, and she didn't lose for 21 days and made so much money. She put $30,000 on a Jeep Grand Cherokee. So it was like amazing. So that's, oh, by the way, her side hustle was going to be driving an Uber. So it's like, what? So her husband said, hey, maybe you should just learn how to do this. And she did it, and she took off. Amazing.
Yeah, this is buying my truck for me as well. Yep. I bought a brand new truck last year, and it's awesome.
Buy a 6,000 pound vehicle like a 4Runner. It's a great tax write-off. You can write off 100%. Yeah. Trust me, you need that.
Larry Cooper says, buy the system. Yes. Buy the
Fuck
system.
Yeah. Wow, the sniper looks amazing on the 8 chart setup on SPX. Yep, the sniper is amazing.
If you've got the screen space for it, like I said, I went to the 8 chart setup so I could see the real short time frames all the way up to the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hours. Just because I could see it all on the same screen and I wasn't flipping back and forth. But yeah, it's if you've got the space for it, like, you know, there, I mean, even with the 6 charts on there, you can
technically, if you turned your TV sideways and did the vertical thing or whatever, you can stack those on top and you'd have shit tons of room. This is a 55 inch you guys are looking at. I have a 75 inch to the left of us over here, but it still would be better if you flipped it and turned it sideways. You can cover all 8 charts real easy that way for you.
I got a 55 on the desk and another monitor, and then I got a 65. It's yeah. The more you can see is awesome. But I actually, because of the demo version of the new machine gun, I've gone down to 4 charts just looking at those short time frames. But again, my stuff that I'll video and the trades and everything else is set up, so I'm just I'll stick with the 8.
Yep. Well, it's very important to stick with what made you where you're at, that you're comfortable with, and then when you're going to implement something new like the Hydra machine guns, that's just going to help you out beyond comprehension. It's going to be an awesome thing.
Yeah.
But yep. All right, guys. Any other questions for Steve or myself? TikTok, if you have any questions, please speak up now. Let us know if you got any questions whatsoever. I'm going to give him just a second.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody on YouTube? Any questions? Great. Thanks. All right. Thank you, Steve and Kev. What's up, Stacy? You're welcome, Stacy. If you want to learn system artist bouncer can have to trade, you can. Oh, that's cool, Joe Biga.
Yeah.
And all the positivity. That's awesome, John C. John C's come along. He's been with me a while. All right. Pete, I think I'm just going to thank you from the bottom of my soul for coming on, spending time with us. We'll line something up again for next week. And then I think next week, I'm probably going to go ahead and sit back, probably have you just take control of all the charts if you're okay with that. And I probably won't even say much more than 2 words unless I hear something a little out of, whatever.
If I'm not.
And then I'll just speak up a little bit.
Sounds good.
Thank Kevin Pete. So they're all thanking us. No question. I'm just making sure I'm trying to stall here and give them some time for some questions, but they're just all thanking us. Thanking you.
No, I mean, I just got to say a huge thanks just to you and Bree and Keith and just this system. It's changed my life. And like I said, I just spending the time being on the live, it's great just to, maybe help some other people and give some inspiration and stick at it and follow rules, and you can do amazing things.
Awesome. And you're just an amazing guy, Pete. You're fucking fantastic. All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead before market open happens, make a call out. You guys can stay in these 30-second cells that we called out live. You're in the money because now you're looking at the M1 on US 30s hit. It may very well keep going down and close out these M1s. It may go down to the M3 lines, meaning your blue line on your 3-minute for US 30 NAS and SPX. You can hold those cells if you want, or definitely lock in profit before market open. And then buy stop 30-minute 1 hours across the board on all 3 indices, NAS, SPX, and US 30. Those are the calls I'm going to leave you with. We didn't make out, well, we did make out quite a few calls. We made a few calls. But that's what I'm going to leave you guys with. You can play these 30-second, 15-second to the 1-minute blue line NAS and SPXs for sure. Feel free. But then look for those buys after that. Okay? Steve, thank you very much. You're getting a whole bunch of thank yous here, everyone. Yay. Stacy says thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Brex says thank you. I guess you can see all this. Jan, Fly the Sky, Flowski says thank you. John says thank you. Boost says thank you. Jacob, Blue Tide Acrylic says thank you. John C., Joe Biga, all saying thanks. So thank you all for being here, too. Any final words for him, Pete?
Ooh, just popped up on the H&H scanner. You see, that's what you're looking for to tell you that it's just happened, and look for the momentum.
Yeah.
Look for those changes.
All right. Golden Sydney says thank you.
Awesome.
Linda Brown says thank you. Mr. Wookie says thank you. Mr. C says thank you. Flight 379 says thank you. There you go, Pete. All right, buddy. I'm going to go back. I'm going to be talking to Keith now. I'm going to go back to my other job, which is now going to be getting this other shit coded that Pete is using, but it's beta and we got to tweak a few things on that. But yeah, it's coding time now for me for the next several hours today. Cool. And then I'll probably come on. I almost for surely come on again later this evening. So I guess we'll see y'all then.
We'll say hello to Keith.
I will do, absolutely. Keith wants to talk to you, Pete, so we got to get you in there with him.
Yeah, anytime.
All right. God bless, Pete. Thank you for coming on, buddy.
All right, you too.
All right,
God
talk
bless.
to you. All right, bye-bye. All right, that was 2 hours and 11 minutes of Pete. Peter P, $49,000 is his biggest month. Standing O from John. Pete, you need to get a treadmill. Yeah, I walked for 100 minutes this morning. My treadmill's shut off. Yes, he does. He does need to get a treadmill. That's funny as fuck. All right, TikTok, any questions before I go? I'm going to close off there first. I'm heading over to YouTube for a minute afterwards. TikTok, any questions? TikTok, any questions? Yes, I'm still in this buy. I'm going to fucking stay in this buy until I ride it dry. No, there's a reason why I'm staying in this trade. 197 pips. I expect by the end of today, Lord willing, we should see this somewhere in the 220, 230 range or higher. We'll see if I'm right. Might be late tonight. We'll see. I think open. I think by 10:30 or 2:30, depending on the time play. This is how this happens. We'll see. This is my one trade I have open in this account. I have several accounts I use, obviously. If these flip over, great. If they don't, great. Look for those buys later on. I'm telling you right now, be looking. Let it shoot down a little further. Let this go down a little further. 30-minute, 1 hour buy stops. You can bounce it off the green line, play it off the yellow line. US 30, SPX, which one's the best? The best one right now is US 30. US 30 is your best. When it flips and comes back up again, US 30 will probably be the first move. If it's not US 30, I believe you're going to see NAS. All right. I have one, says Peter P. All right. So we're out of here. Have a great day, 379. YouTube, any questions? YouTubers, any questions? Going once. YouTubers, any questions? Going twice. YouTubers, any questions? Wasn't that fun? Can't thank Pete enough. Had a blast on there. I know he's loving that, the new faster 1 hour, 5 minute, 3 minute, 1 minute, 30 seconds. So like he said, it trades fucking fantastic. It trades so fucking well. Yep, go look at Peter P's videos. He has his YouTube channel up and running. Just type it in. I forgot what we type in over here. I don't have it here. But you can just run right over there and do that. All right. God bless Boost. God bless Pete. God bless y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Talk to y'all later. I will be on later tonight, Lord willing. That's almost a for sure thing. Talk to you.